Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel Read with Bindu. For today's video, I am going to do my July wrap up, all the books that I've read in my July month. Let's begin. First up, I have Priest by Sierra Simone. Okay, what can I say? This book is between two people. One, the male lead is a priest in a church, and the female lead goes to this church. She's recently venturing into this zone of spirituality, and then she falls in love with the priest. It turns out the priest also has feelings for this girl. They're fighting to stop their feelings towards each other, how they overcome their feelings, or maybe they give in to their feelings. That's what the story is about. I gave it 3 stars. Next up, I have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This is again such a famous book in the fantasy world. Everyone has been reading it. I really loved it. I gave it 4 stars. This is about this woman who goes into this deadly games in this fantasy world. Whatever the games are going on, whatever the connection she's making inside the game, that's the story is about. Next up, I have Midnight Fair Academy, book number 2 by Lexi C. Foss. Last month, I've read the first book by Lexi C. Foss, The Midnight Fair Academy. I really loved it. I gave it 4 stars, but this did not live up to the hype for me. It went downhill. I gave it 3 stars. It's still okay. It was entertaining, but it wasn't as good as the previous one. Next up, I have The Inmate by Frida McFadden. This is my first ever Frida McFadden's book. I really enjoyed. I'm looking forward to read more Frida McFadden books. This book revolves around this character who is a doctor in a prison. She's a doctor or a nurse, I think, in a prison. And in this prison, her ex is a convict. Her ex is a convict who was sent to the prison by her. It's such an interesting dynamic. It's really worth it if you are into thrillers. I gave it 4 stars. I wanted to give it 5 stars. I wanted to enjoy it so much, but the main character, the female main character, made so many dumb decisions at so many points. I did not understand at all. She was too trusting. She was staying in the prison and she was too trusting everyone. She was giving away her personal information even to the convicts. That was like, why? Why would you do that? Next up, I have Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. This was such a great book. I did not expect it to love it so much. Ali Hazelwood, either her books are a hit for me or a miss for me. This is definitely a hit. I give it 4 stars. I really enjoyed the dynamic between the main characters, but I felt the miscommunication was dragged too long. Usually, I hate miscommunication trope, but in this book, it made sense. But it was dragged too long. It just, maybe to some extent, it was okay. It was understandable, but that's why it lost it 1 star for me. Next up, I have Housemaid by Frida McFadden. This is again the second book by Frida McFadden that I read. I really enjoyed it. I understood the Frida McFadden's writing. It's very simple. It's very easy for anyone to read. It has that gripping, the thrilling factor. But still, I don't know. I still feel like something is missing. I don't feel like this is the wow. That wow factor is missing, or this isn't the best book I ever read. But I still enjoyed it. I would recommend to anyone. This is about this woman who goes as a housemaid into this rich family. She discovers that the owner of this house, the female or the wife in the house, she has some psychological issues. That's the story is about. I don't want to give any more spoilers. Next up, I have Drunken Love by Priyanka Gupta. It's an indie author book. It's a rom-com, but the plot is so good. The story is so good. It's so impeccable that the authors wrote such a page turner. I really enjoyed my time reading it. If you're looking for an Indian rom-com, this is a must read for you. Okay, next up I have The Women by Christine Hanna. It's a historical fiction. It might be one of my top reads forever, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's about this women in Vietnam War, American woman in Vietnam War. Our main lead Francis, she's a nurse in the Vietnam War. She describes about the ground reality of the war in such grim details, in such graphic details. It was so eye-opening and it was also so sad at multiple times. I just have to put down the book multiple times because I was clutching my heart the entire time. It has such strong female characters. It is a must read if you're a fan of historical fiction. Next up, I have American Queen by Sierra Simone. I did not like this book at all. I gave it 2 stars. It follows around this female character who is a teenager who falls in love with a soldier. It turns out in the future, the soldier becomes the president of America, and his best friend is the vice president of America. There is a relationship between these three people. It felt to me like it is catering to a very certain category of people who are interested in being with American president and vice president at the same time. Fortunately or unfortunately, do not belong to that category of people, and I did not like it at all. I did not get the appeal. The next is the second book in the same series, American Prince by Sierra Simon. Okay, I wanted to know about one particular character in the first book. I wanted to know more about his story. I thought maybe if we get to know about his backstory, it'll make some sense. So I picked this book. No, it's not worth it. I gave it 2 stars again. Next up, I have The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. It is such an amazing book. It is a very hyped book also. Sylvia Plath, she wrote only this book in her entire life. It's kind of her autobiography also. She talks about her mental health, her trauma, whatever thoughts that's depressing thoughts that's going on in her mind, and whatever societal expectations that people put on women, particularly, or just people in general. That's what she talks about entirely. This book, it was so eye opening at so many levels. If you're someone who is sensitive to all these topics, please read the trigger warnings. I gave this book 4 stars. Okay, next up I have Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I absolutely love this book. Rue and Eli are main characters, female and male main characters. Their dynamic is so cute. I was giggling and blushing the entire time while I was reading the book. Ali Hazelwood, she writes about STEM characters in such a beautiful way. I cannot stress so much. One complaint I have with Ali Hazelwood is she describes the female characters as tiny and male characters as tall and all. I think she listened to our feedback. In this book, the female character is tall. Wow, what a change. I really, really love this book. I gave it 4 stars. Next up, I have Raw by Belle Aurora. Oh my god, what was that? What a book was that? I gave it 1 star. I absolutely hated it. It is a dark romance. The male main character absolutely doesn't know the concept of consent. He has never even heard about the concept of consent. He doesn't give her space. He doesn't listen to her. I don't know why she's into him. Just do yourself a favor and stay away from this book. Next is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. It is a recently published book by Emily Henry. I was so excited to pick this up because Emily Henry writing, at least I have a guarantee that her writing is very good, even if I'm not liking the plot or anything. I love her characters. But this book disappointed me at so many levels. The chemistry between the characters was zero. I couldn't feel anything. And there is some side subplot going on. I did not give 2 cents about the subplot. I did not care at all. I don't know what went wrong, but it was so boring. I just didn't care. It is about just two people who go into a small town where a celebrity is hiding apparently. They want to write about her life story, whatever happened in her life. There's a kind of mystery element, literary fiction, rom com, all the genres mix up is going on, and it's not getting to any single genre, and it's just boring. I'm sorry if you are a Emily Henry fan, but this did not work for me at all. Let me know in the comments below if you have liked this book. Next up, I have The Gravekeeper's Guest book by Gurveer Singh Sidhu. This is an indie author. The author is just 14 years old. I cannot believe a 14-year guy has wrote this book because it is a mystery book. It is a thriller, and the vibes of this book is so good. It all has all this mysterious vibes of haunted house, graveyard. There's this one woman. Maybe she is apparently a serial killer. She is a suspected killer who is killing all these people and burying them in this particular backyard of this house, which they refer to as the graveyard. That's what the entire story is about. It's such a page turner. I could not put this book down at all. I finished this book in one day. You definitely have to check this out if you're looking for an indie mystery thriller book. Next up is The Gravekeeper's Secret by the same author. It is the second book in the series. It is a two-book series. I absolutely love this book also. It whatever we experienced in the first book, it is double the first book. I absolutely loved it. I am going to pick up any other book by this author in the future very blindly. Next up, I have Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Oh my god, Taylor Jenkins Reid is back, baby, with another banger. Whatever book she writes, it's absolutely beautiful. I do not know what Taylor Jenkins Reid eats or what is her schedule. I want to know what goes around in her brain because how can a person, a human being, write about so many stories in such a beautiful way? All her books are a hit for me. I do not think even a single book by Taylor Jenkins Reid which I did not like. This book revolves around our female main character who is an astronaut in NASA. There is this friends group in NASA who are all astronauts. The dynamic between them is so good. There is even LGBTQ elements in this book. Please do read the trigger warning. There are certain things which are very sensitive. But other than that, I really, really love this book. I think it might be one of my top most favorites of Taylor Jenkins Reid's also. Next up, I have Her Band of Freaks by R.A. Stefan. It's a Regency reverse harem. I really love reverse harem. I'm enjoying it very much since the past few months, and I really love Regency also, like the books which give the Bridgerton vibes and Pride and Prejudice vibes. So I picked this book up, and it did not disappoint me. It basically revolves around this female character. You know, in the Regency vibes, how female characters are looked down upon her, how women are not given enough importance. In this country, there is this Viscount who is infamous for his nature. How our female character's path and his paths collide, that's the story about. And this Viscount, his accountant and his slave, or maybe his valet, I must say, lives in his same house. She catches feelings for three of them. That's what the story is about. I gave it 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. Okay, next up I have Baytown by Frederick Bachman. Baytown, I went into it expecting something. It was good until half. I was like, okay, there is character development. There are multiple characters involved, and I was warming up to every single character. I was caring about all of them. And then midway, it just turns around. The story just takes a side turn. I'm not complaining, it's still good, but it suddenly turned so sad. I was like, oh my god, what the hell has happened? There is one character, something very terrible happens to her, and how the entire town reacts to that situation and how they cope up with the situation. That's the story is about. Please read the trigger warnings. But I absolutely love this book. I gave it 5 stars. You should definitely check this out if you're someone who loves Frederick Bachman. Next up, I have How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackey. It disappointed me so much. It was such a hyped up book. I was looking forward to read it so badly. It okay, the plot was interesting. There is a female lead who is killing her entire family one by one. The premise is so interesting. It's a mystery. And the author, how can you make a mystery so boring? The female lead is so pretentious. She hates everyone. She stereotypes everyone. She's so insufferable. I couldn't read more about her. I just did not like her at all. I gave it 3 stars. Let me know in the comments below if you read this book and if you did like this book. That's all I have for my July wrap up. In total, I have read 18 books in this month. I am just breaking my record month by month. It was such a great reading month. I had some bangers also. I had some very disappointing one-star reads also. Let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these books. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye. She's recently venturing into whatever they are fighting. Uh, I have Raw by Bell Lalo. Even LGBTQ elements went to into